Hello, and welcome to today's SoulFull Conversation, where we meet with real clients and talk about their real Reiki stories. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and leave in the comments below what you are enjoying about these conversations. So for today's episode, I have my wonderful friend here, Lisa, and she has been coming to Reiki now for what, 3.5 years?
Ever since you started. I was
Ever
one
since
of your
I started.
first. Yeah.
Woo! So that was since 2019.
Yep.
So almost 4 years, really.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Lisa, tell us a little bit about what prompted you to come to Reiki first.
Well, I knew Mel she was my instructor at CORE when we used to do Pilates. And I loved her energy, and she was just such a light to be around. So
Thank you.
She said I started this new venture. I'm doing Reiki. I'd never even heard of it. But I wanted to support her. So I was like, okay, I'll come, but you're like not going to touch. This is going to be weird. And I came, and I was blown away. I was like, first of all, the relaxation of it all. And it's really hard. I've sent probably 15 people to you.
No doubt. Seriously.
Which goes to show you how much of a believer I am. But I think just the things you were able to pick up, on me about like emotionally and things that were going on, maybe like whether it was, me not taking care of myself or, not prioritizing myself. It was just stuff I kind of already knew, but it was like, okay, now you're picking up on it. So things that I needed to address. And it just really became a good part of my self-care routine. Right. Yeah.
Perfect. And as a mother of two now.
Yes.
And something that I have always really admired about you is you do such an amazing job of prioritizing your self-care, which can be very difficult as a mom.
Yes.
And you're very holistic. You really explore all of these different avenues. So let's kind of touch about when you were pregnant with your last one, you came in for Reiki quite frequently.
Yes.
So was there something that you maybe recall, or what made you decide, besides it was your normal self-care, to come in for Reiki during pregnancy?
Yeah. Well, I'd obviously had a lot of pregnancy issues, infertility, and
you got to tell that story.
Okay, which one?
The 5%.
Oh yes. Okay. So
this is good.
I had been to my doctor. It's a long story, and my husband and I knew we had some reasons why we weren't able to get pregnant the second time and stay pregnant. So a lot of miscarriages, which cause a lot of anxiety in pregnancy. You don't trust your body. And we had gone, and the lady said, the doctor said, you have less than 5% chance. She goes, honestly, it's closer to 0. But I'm giving you 5 because I just feel like I should have to say, I don't want to say 0.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's like nothing. So we leave, and my husband says, okay, so we're done trying. We're not going to have another baby. And I was like, no, I heard 5%. There's a chance.
That's right.
So I came to Mel, and I let Mel know, and we worked on kind of the anxiety of it all.
Yep.
And then within 6 months, I was pregnant, but I didn't believe... I just didn't trust my body or believe it, so I started coming to Mel for helping me connect, trying to do that mind-body connection with the baby. And to be honest, I like to mess with Mel sometimes. If something's going on, I want to see how good she is. So I didn't tell her I was pregnant, and I came in, and she's like, whoa, you are so pregnant. I am picking up on this energy. She knew it was a boy before I knew it was a boy. And then it was nice. It was a nice way to help me relax and connect with him. And it was just a good part of my journey. And then I ended up in the hospital for a couple of months before I had him with some complications. And you did do distant on me one time, which was really helpful. So, Yep.
Oh, I love that story so much. I can't believe I didn't think of that until right that second, which was perfect.
Yeah.
It was meant to be shared, because a lot of people, what they don't understand too about infertility is obviously there's many reasons, and I don't have a medical background. I can only speak from an energetic perspective. But a lot of people who do struggle with infertility, the first thing that I recommend is Reiki, because we need to balance that energy in the body. And as a woman, we need to feel safe in our body. We need to create a safe space in the womb for this soul, this energy, to want to be there. That again is my energetic opinion of what I have experienced in this practice. So I love your less than 5% story. And you gave birth to a beautiful, healthy baby boy who just had his first birthday.
Yes,
which is wild to think.
It is.
Oh, I love it. So we know that you were just interested. We know that Reiki supported you throughout your pregnancy. Now, let's touch on, because you have had, if I may share, a little bit of some medical things kind of we're exploring. So let's kind of touch on that, just a brief moment, and anything that you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I'd say like 8 months postpartum, I was struggling, just kind of to recover from my C-section. But I just figured it was, postpartum stuff going on. And, but I had an appointment with my OB to follow up with kind of some of my concerns. And I happened to have Reiki scheduled like 2 days before my OB appointment. So I came in and I didn't think to say anything. And, when Mel was doing the treatment, she said, hey, I'm not sure if you've been having any issues, but there's definitely something going on, around your uterus area. I don't know, you might want to make an appointment and have it checked out. And I said, I actually have an appointment in 2 days. And then there was some things that were discovered during my appointment that I shared with Mel. And it was like, hey, just so you know, you were right again. And yes, this was picked up on. So it's just, honestly, I think it's helpful in that way. Like sometimes it can be an additional point of reference for if you're feeling something in your body.
Absolutely.
You're never going to say, hey, this is what's wrong with you. But
I will never diagnose anything again. I have no medical background.
Right. But you will say, I'm picking up on some inflammation or whatever, and it might be good to get it checked out.
Absolutely.
So it was just another one of those correlations.
And you had shared with your doctor, like, you're not going to believe this.
Yes, I did. I said 2 days ago I went and did this, and she's like, wow, that's crazy. Because I do think it's being, I obviously work with a childhood cancer nonprofit. And one of the things that we do is we give grants so that children can get Reiki while they're getting treatment.
Love it.
And they have found tremendous success alleviating anxiety. It just really helps them during, these terrible times. So I had a little bit of exposure to it there, and now we're actually giving money towards Reiki. So it's like it's all just kind of come full circle.
It really has.
Yes.
Now, you just took your Reiki level 1.
Yes.
So she is certified for level 1 Reiki. And you being exposed to this, you being exposed to many holistic modalities, what was your experience in the Reiki level 1 training that day?
It's really neat. It was about an 8.5 hour day. And, normally you'd be like, oh, that's a long day. It went by really
so fast.
And the other people, it's like we're all just meant to be there. The other women that I met that day, I had some really amazing experiences. And just going through it, and it's just another way to support yourself. And now I've done it on my daughter so far, and I've got a couple of my friends that are like, oh, I want you to do that on me. So it's just neat to go through the experience and learn exactly kind of the history of it. To me was really fascinating because I didn't know any of that, and how it started, how it ended up in Hawaii. It's such a fascinating. It's just an extra modality for healing and relaxation. I think it's really important. We're constantly on the go, especially a lot of women and especially moms that, work or you don't work. Stay-at-home moms are
still a lot.
Very challenging as well. So it's just one extra thing you can do to support yourself and take time.
And your family.
And your family. Yeah, it was really neat to learn, and I can't wait to learn Reiki too.
And you know what I love too is you really dove in full force and made the commitment to start implementing Reiki right away.
Yeah.
Like it was like that night or the next day. And you were like, I'm already giving my daughter Reiki. Yeah. And she fell asleep quicker.
She did. Well, she fell asleep while I was doing it.
See?
Yeah.
And that's a thing. So a lot of those that struggle with their children's sleep cycles and things like that, Reiki is a beautiful thing to help support the young ones.
Yes.
Oh, Lisa, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're just taking a couple of moments out of your day. We have a Reiki session to do.
Yes.
So we are going to hop off here. I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. Again, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Share with others these amazing Reiki stories and these soulful conversations, because this is how we make a difference in humanity. I look forward to seeing you so soon.